This is so cringe. Guilty.
Now, you said that on the 22nd that you kissed her on the cheek.
What day?
The 22nd, your birthday?
22nd, Sunday, yes.
Okay, so when you showed it the first time, you went like this.
This is my house. Answer, please. He is my neighbor, Nur Sultan Tuliakbay. He is painting my assholes. I get a window from a glass, he must get a window from a glass. I get a step, he must get a step. I get a clock radio, he cannot afford. Great success.
Amber Heard has been caught in another lie. You know how she said that she had to cover up her bruises with a ton of makeup for the James Corden show? A makeup artist that worked with her all during that time just come out and said that there were no bruises visible. There was nothing that she had to cover up. Her name is Samantha McMillian, and this is her declaration to the court. And here's the second part. Pause to read. Amber Heard is a liar, liar with her pants on fire.
C-A-T. Cat. Am I reading this correctly? Objection? And this is your signature. Now, you've never seen the defendant be violent, correct?
Well, actually, I have.
You have?
Yeah, and I even testified with details and stuff.
I should probably know that, right? Yeah. Objection. Sorry, just, this is your signature, yes? Objection. Mr. Depp, how are you doing today?
Yeah, not too
Objection.
bad.
Sorry, whose signature was this again? Yours. Okay. Okay, got it. No, I got it. I am reading this correctly. Mr. Depp, where were you December 5th? Your Honor, I object!
To yourself?
Sorry, I got carried away. Okay, let's not waste time now. Come on. So you're saying it's Miss Heard's fault that these photos exist?
Yeah, well, I mean, she took them.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. I'm not gonna...
Me, literally regretting my decision to take this to court and lie. Oh, why did I lie? Take a look at this part, though. Now, this is the part where I'm literally looking around the courtroom, trying to see what the vibe is. Are people believing Mr. Depp? Are people believing Johnny? Or do I still have a moment here? Do I still have a moment here? Oh, no, wait. It looks like they're believing him. Hold on. Let me soak a little bit. Yep, let me look sad a little bit. Let me put on my, my game face. Let me do what I do best, which is act. Let me look around again.
Amber Heard just got exposed in another big lie from her court case with Johnny Depp. Do you remember last week during the trial when Amber Heard's attorney was making such a big deal over this concealer palette that she said Amber Heard was carrying in her purse during their entire relationship to cover up the bruises from the abuse that she claimed Johnny Depp did to her? Well, the makeup company that makes this concealer palette called Amber Heard out today and caught her in a lie. The alleged abuse took place between 2014 and 2016. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard got divorced in 2016, and Milani Cosmetics released the said makeup palette Amber Heard claimed to have used in 2017, 1 year after they split, meaning this makeup palette did not exist when they were together. Boom! And the truth will set you free! Milani Cosmetics, we love you. Thank you for sharing this. Justice for Johnny Depp.
I just have a serious question. Where did Amber Heard's team get their degrees? Because if you're going to use this in a statement and say this is the exact cream that Amber Heard used during her relationship with Johnny Depp in 2016 throughout the whole year, the different days of the bruise, she would use different colors of the color correcting palette, and Milani Cosmetics just chimed in, I think it was yesterday, and they said, no. This specific palette wasn't even released until 2017. Now, some people might say that that's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of a big deal when her defense is using it as this is the exact cream that she used to cover up the bruises that Johnny gave her, when in fact, that was a lie.
So it's not entirely true that Amber Heard's parents have testified against her. However, a series of text messages between Johnny Depp and her parents did come out a few years ago that implied that Amber Heard only did this so that she wouldn't get kicked out of her house. So this is one of the text messages from Amber Heard's mother to Johnny Depp. It says, "It was the lawyers on both sides doing this, not Amber. I heard the whole story, very teary. If I could just talk to Johnny. She didn't want this. Friggin' lawyers on both sides. This was not her idea, not her wishes. She was told she would be evicted and out in 30 days if she did not do this." And another one she sent. Her dumb lawyer, possibly as the only way she would have a place to live in 30 days. She did not want to do this. I swear to you, the lawyers are frigging things up. Obviously, there was a response from Johnny Depp to her, which basically says, what are my kids supposed to think? What are my kids' friends supposed to think? What is the world supposed to think of me now? And then basically Amber Heard's replying the same again, basically saying that it was the lawyers who did all this, not her. And then there was a conversation between Johnny Depp and her dad, which basically says the same thing that the mother was saying, that it was the lawyers and she wouldn't have a place to live in 30 days if she didn't do it. So yeah, the text leaks implied that she only did it so that she wouldn't get kicked out of her house, and if true, really bad.
I thought y'all were crazy. I thought y'all were making shit up. So many of you have sent me this article, and like at first we were kind of a little joking about it. We were kind of like, let's see what she's wearing today. And we had noticed that if Johnny wore a gray suit the day before, she'd wear a gray suit. Then it got a little bit more specific. Johnny wore a Gucci B, and then Amber wore a Gucci B the very next day. So I was like, maybe we're on to something here. I wasn't prepared for today. You may remember yesterday is the day that Twitter went nuts over Johnny Depp's ponytail. When she walked into court today with this ponytail on her head, this ponytail that looks like it was brought to us by SpaceX, it's so high, the shock the courtroom felt. Also, not only is she copying Johnny's outfits and looks every single day, but today Johnny Depp finally took the stand. And he testified that the couple's nicknames for each other, which were Steven for Johnny and Slim for Amber, were in reference to Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart. And as one of you said on my live tonight, doesn't this hairstyle from yesterday look an awful lot like this hairstyle that Lauren Bacall once wore? It's just interesting to me that she's trying to steal his style now. She's the same woman who was shocked he got a deal with Dior because, as she said, he has no class or style.
What are your predictions for the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case? Who do you think is at fault? I have been firm on this from the very beginning. Amber Heard is at fault. It has been absolutely ridiculous to see what that woman was allowed to do because she just flew under the radar of the Me Too movement. There was more than enough evidence to convict her from the very beginning of being an extremely abusive partner. She is every bit the example of what I refer to when I refer to toxic feminism. She is a woman that treated a man horribly, abused him, did disgusting things to him as witnessed by multiple people. And the first indication that something was shady there was that he was married for such a long time before and his ex-wife came to his defense. His children came to his defense. Every single person that's known him. There's no incentive for an ex-wife to come to your defense to say that you've never, despite having a divorce that played out in the public, ever laid a hand on her. And then suddenly you get Amber Heard saying that you did all of these things. This man lost his entire career based on an allegation absent a shred of evidence. It's everything that I say is wrong with the Me Too movement. It is emblematic of the idea that women should just magically be believed. I don't believe women. I don't believe men. I believe facts, and I believe that they are on Johnny Depp's side.
You promoted the Mandy Lane film.
No, I didn't.
You weren't there? Okay,
no, I didn't go to. I was filming my show.
She seems like an absolute delight. I don't see why everybody's so mean.
So many other people.
Hold on one second.
No.
Courtney, I can't. I can't
Does that put you in the mind of anyone else? I'll give you a second.
do this if people are coming in and out of the door. It's really distracting. Extremely.
It's like the new one-woman show of Mean Girls.
Would you listen to this, please? Punching. It's one of the ones that says punching. Let's skip one.
Except I think I like Lindsay Lohan more.
I'm sorry.
Globe, do you have a message for your fans right now, Mr.
Now check this out. This is sad. People say that he was just acting for the show, but I think this was him being honest for like 5 seconds.
I'm scared to death. I'm frightened and I don't know what to do. I'm confused and I want to go home.
Any dude from Kentucky that can get sponsored by Dior is a tough dude. Look, I'm from Kentucky. Got holes in my shirt. This one gets me. And she's asking, hey, why's your finger cut off? He does the same thing that an abused woman does. I mean, anybody that's abused. He deflects, tries to make a joke, and move on. And she's like, huh, I don't know if I'm buying that.
Mr. Depp, do you recognize this picture as being a picture of you?
Yes, Ms. Heard kindly showed it to me the day after she took it, yes.
Okay. This picture, I'd move for the admission of Defendant's Exhibit 1094 and ask for permission to publish, Your Honor.
We have no objection, Your Honor.
This is a picture of you on a black leather couch, passed out, correct?
Passed out's an interesting way of putting it. Maybe asleep.
Where is it? What residence?
That's in Boston.
I'm sorry?
That was in Boston when I was doing Black Mass.
In Boston. And that's ice cream on your lap, correct?
It is indeed. Ms. Heard asked me to hold the ice cream as she noticed that I was on the nod. That means falling asleep from the 17-hour day that I'd worked and also the opiates that I'd ingested. And if you'll notice, my right hand is in my pocket. So I wasn't participating in the Festival of Ice Cream.
Okay.
I was holding her ice cream, and because she knew what was going to happen, that I would fall asleep and it would drop. And that was a wonderful picture to take for her.
Sure.
I don't know why she took it. But
Well, so it's Miss Heard's fault that that picture was taken. Is that what you're saying?
she snapped it.
If you hate Amber Heard's attorneys, they're doing a great job. Amber's team once again made sure that the jury went home for 3 days, for 3 sleeps, to marinate on some explosive evidence.
The knife is really dull, and it would be the worst thing in the world to use to cut me with. It would be too painful and dull and dirty to use it. Right? It's pretty. No, please don't. You're gonna hurt yourself. Don't. It's okay. Please don't cut yourself. Please don't. Please stop. Please stop. Please. Don't hurt yourself, please.
No, I don't myself at all.
Your Honor, I think that might, if it's okay with Your Honor, I'm probably going to move on to something else.
Later, next time. Okay, I assume you still have quite a bit cross, or?
A bit. I'm not exactly sure.
All right, but more than we could do.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we've come to the end of our week, so I won't be seeing you again till Monday.
What happened? What happened? Nothing happened this morning, you know that?
Were you in here?
No.
So then nothing happened to you this morning.
Yeah, you're right. I just woke up and you were so sweet and nice. We were not even fighting this morning. All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? Sneak that shit on me, motherfucker.
I didn't. You were smashing shit.
Oh, bye.
Amber Heard's BFF was kicked out of the courtroom in order to never return, and now we have the transcript. The request was made and granted the morning after Johnny Depp's friend Gina Duder, who was a witness on the stand, revealed to the court that she had been watching clips of the court proceedings online. That's a big no-no for a witness in any case, and the person who informed Amber's legal team was Eve Barlow. Full details of that witness's dismissal can be found in that video. Let's get back to Eve. The morning after Gina's dismissal, Johnny Depp's attorney lets the court know that he has a very serious preliminary matter that he needs to be heard. Johnny's team then approaches the court, presumably showing the judge something, and says, "Your Honor, we are requesting for the permanent exclusion of Eve Barlow." The court inquires, who is Eve Barlow? Barlow is a journalist and Miss Heard's current girlfriend who was sitting in the front row yesterday, and the court ordered to the back row. And then she was later, as I will discuss in a minute, thrown out at 4:31 p.m. by Lieutenant Porter. But if I could explain to the court what the court is seeing, you will recall yesterday Mr. Rottenborn came up with what was Miss Barlow's phone. And he showed you the first document that you're looking at, the shorter version. He goes on to show the court a screenshot of a text from Gina Duders, and he knows better. He tells the court, we understand she was properly excluded, but we want to show you this text because it was taken out of context. There's no date on the text that you were shown. He says, if you look at the second document, you will see, Your Honor will see, I'm sorry, it's an Instagram post. It's an Instagram post. The judge responds, it's not like I would know the difference, but I thank you for the clarification. Johnny's attorney goes on, and the second document you're looking at was her post, and it shows the date, which makes it very clear that this text was on January 8th, 2021. He argues that that is a material misrepresentation to this court because that was posted during the London trial. Now, here is where you see the difference between a jury and a judge. The judge doesn't seem to care so much about that text message at all. That was very disturbing. We believe it was a fraud brought upon the court. We believe that Mr. Rottenborn, as an officer of the court, every attorney is an officer of the court, should have taken a look at what he was handing up to the court, especially since it was handed to him by someone improperly sitting in the first row, a reporter and Miss Heard's girlfriend. And then he gets to the meat of the matter. This is what the court needs to hear in order to be able to exclude someone from the court proceedings. He goes on, and that's not where it ends, Your Honor. Unfortunately, Miss Barlow has been passing notes to and from Miss Heard from the beginning of the trial, and she's been sending out live tweets throughout the trial. She should have been kicked out a long time ago if this is what was going on. And the court inquires, is she still sending out tweets? Part 2 next.
Takes a fistful of my hair and says, I hit your eye, huh? Let me see your eye. Let me see your eye. What if I pull your hair back? And he yanks my head back and he's, I don't know, smacking my face or moving my face and he's got me by the hair and it's hard to describe.
Her emotion is clearly fake, coming and going quickly. There's no tears, no signs of authentic sadness, just really bad acting. She's giving long pauses to think about what she's gonna say and how to come across as most believable.
He's like yanking me from side to side with my hair.
Are you standing up at this time?
Yeah.
Okay. And has he pulled out any hair from your head?
He's still holding on to my head at this time, and he said, I don't know if he's trying to grab my face or if he's hitting my face or I don't know what's happening, but he's yelling at me, he's screaming, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. Security is somewhere, and even though they never respond when I'm screaming help, ever.
According to Amber, security never happens to respond to a woman's screams. Can you guess why she makes sure she says that? Right, it's to give reason and to cover herself for why their security is testifying that they never heard Amber ever scream.
I need you to come over because I thought another third party might be, a third party being present helps always
Is it your testimony?
Calm things.
Your testimony, Ms. Heard?
Please. Yes, Amber's attorney surely knows that this isn't looking very good for his client, so he asks for a break.
No.
Depp's attorney immediately says no. She seems to know this is not looking good for Amber and wants her to continue telling this fishtail.
She's upset. She's upset. It's
She's
clear
not-
that she's crying and she's upset, Blair. How could you possibly force her to answer
Because
questions
I see
when she's
the
crying
witness
and
is not upset and hasn't requested. Do you
I'm
need to take a
requesting on her
break, Ms.
behalf.
Heard?
Now watch for Amber's terrible acting job of suddenly trying to come across as distraught, hurt, and upset.
Yes.
Yes. Let the record reflect Mr. Harder's answering for Miss Heard, yes, and Miss Heard is responding.
Yeah, she suddenly starts to lower her head and eyes, starts pouting her lips a little like a little girl, and giving that fake saddened look of, yes, I need a break because this is very difficult to talk about. Amber seemed clearly deceptive with fabrication. But why? Probably so that in their divorce, she can counter Johnny Depp's legitimate claims that Amber physically abused him, while also trying not to be perceived by the public as an abuser, which would surely hurt her career.
I was in court with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard today, and today we learned how true this text was that Johnny sent to one of his friends after finding out that Amber had been cheating on him with Elon Musk since March of 2015. Because not only did they help Amber perjure herself again, but they objected so many times today they forgot they weren't supposed to object to themselves.
Damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
You asked the question.
Next question. Okay, he said he sustained an injury to his finger.
Yes.
So today was Johnny's last day on the stand. We start off with Amber's lawyer, Rottenborn, finishing off his cross-examination of Johnny. Which basically meant he read a bunch of text to Johnny and then didn't get Johnny to elaborate at all, just said, did you write this? And Johnny's like, yeah. And then played like 2-second audio clips, which didn't really give anyone context to what these audio clips were about. Rottenborn then brought up a text where Johnny said he didn't like that Amber was going to a coffee meeting, to which I was like, what's a coffee meeting? And Johnny said that too. But then when he got a chance to elaborate on the text, he said, I think we had plans that night and that was why I was so mad about this meeting, as Rottenborn was trying to allege that Johnny wanted to control Amber and didn't want her in movies anymore. And Johnny responded to that allegation of wanting to control his wife's career with this.
It's not about her doing films. How do you think she got Aquaman, sir?
But then Johnny's lawyers took over for their redirect, where they got to clarify a few things that Rottenborn tried to go over the past couple of days. And were able to close out with this emotional statement.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on. I had a mineral can, a jar of can of mineral spirits thrown in my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and yes. I know it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
And what did you say in response when Miss Heard said, tell the world, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence?
I said yes. I am.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
But then it was the couple's house manager, Ben King, who had managed the couple's house in Australia, who went on the stand. And this is where the perjury comes in. Because if you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know that Amber Heard is alleging that there was a 3-day hostage situation that happened in that house. Amber stating in court documents that this hostage situation began for her on March 3rd, 2015 when she arrived in Australia, and then carried on for 3 days after. Only problem is now they're saying she didn't arrive in Australia until March 5th. And Ben King said in his statement today that he saw the couple later in the evening on March the 6th. And if you're keeping up, you know that this is the incident where Johnny lost part of his finger. And he wouldn't be treated at the ER until March the 8th. So not only is the math not mathing Amber, but why was Johnny the only one in the ER that day?